We've gone over how to connect letters before, but I feel like that video just didn't break it down easy enough. So here's another way to do it. You do need to use paint markers or spray paint to do this, but first you just outline your piece like you normally would. Then we're just going to use our can or paint marker to start to erase parts of lines. So first I did a cutback on that line on the A that cuts into the E. And then I also did a cutback on that line on the E that cuts into the A. So they're kind of like interlocking. And then I can do the same on the E and the S up here. So I'll cut off this part of where the S is kind of going into the E, and then get a sharp point on this arm of the E so that it looks like it's cutting into the S. And then I can do the same on bottom here. Have the E and the S adjoining at the bottom, and then create a sharp point on this leg of the E so that it looks like it's cutting into the S. And then same thing on the S and the R. So I can do a cut back here so that this S is cutting into the R, and then get rid of the rest of that line so that the S and the R are adjoining on bottom. All we're doing is having one part of the first letter cut into the next letter, and then adjoining the two letters on the opposite side. And then we can come back with our black or outline color and have them really interlock. So since this E cut into the S, have the S cut into the E. And then we'll do cutbacks in a moment to get this point sharp. The E is cutting into the S here, so we have the S follow that same line and cut into the E. And we're just going through the piece and having them interlock. So once again, the S is cutting into the R up here, and we just carry this line from the R on the same path that it would follow and have the R cut into the S. Same goes for the bottom. The S is cutting into the R, and so we follow that same path with the R along the backbone and cut into the S. Now that we've added those lines and interlocked the letters, we're just coming back with our fill color and sharpening up all those points so that it's really crisp and really looks like it's cutting into the neighboring letter.